Okay, so The Wild Robot is the latest DreamWorks movie. It stars Lupita Nyong'o, Pedro Pascal, Bill Nye, Catherine O'Hara, you name it, they're in here. And tells the story of this robot who becomes marooned on this uninhabited land, and there's some wild animals there. The robot makes friends with them, and then eventually becomes an adoptive mother to this abandoned gosling. Okay, the Wild Robot sounds like a boring concept for a movie. You could say that, but I'm happy to report this movie was fucking incredible. In every sense of the word, from the animation to the entertainment value to the characters to the humor, everything. This movie's fucking great. Uh, the animation, wow. Of course, it's got that like latest trend in animation style, kind of borrows from Into the Spider Verse, and of course, like every other animated film that has taken that kind of style, it works beautifully here. Nice and sketchy, but it looks really good. And all of the characters in this movie are likable and endearing. All of the animal characters were funny. The robot herself was really good. Every character was done extremely well here. Some really good writing. And the comedy. The comedy is one of the best parts of this movie. This movie is actually really funny. A lot of dark humor too. You wouldn't really expect a whole lot of that in a kids movie, especially nowadays, but there was a lot of dark humor in this movie, and I loved it all. Even if some of the jokes do kind of get overused, I didn't mind because they never felt forced, and they do kind of change it up every once in a while, so hey, can't really complain too much. The story was great. There's a lot of excitement in the story, a lot of heartfelt moments too. It's a very heartfelt and exciting film. That's the best way I could describe The Wild Robot. It's some good stuff. There's a really the final act of the movie. There's a really big action sequence that happens in the final act, and it's awesome. Very exciting. Very thrilling. It's actually more thrilling than a lot of live action films in the past few years. That's how good the action sequences are in this movie. It's not a full on action movie or anything. This movie's mostly about like survival and stuff. But when the action goes down, it is very exciting. Is there any issues I could point out for the Wild Robot? Well, I will say, yeah, some of the jokes are a little overused, but not to the point of annoyance. So it's more of like a nitpick for me. That's about it for the Wild Robot. If you just want some good characters, good humor, great animation, exciting action, a good story, and a good story about survival and motherhood and friendship, you're gonna get all that in the Wild Robot. It is one of the best films DreamWorks has put out in a long time. It's definitely better than Kung Fu Panda 4, I will say that. And I enjoyed Kung Fu Panda 4, but that movie is just fine. It's okay. This movie is damn fucking good. I really love The Wild Robot. It is easily the maybe third best animated film of the year. I just like Inside Out 2 and Transformers 1 just a bit more. But hey, if you want a good movie to take your kids to, and you've already seen Transformers 1, definitely check out The Wild Robot. It is definitely worth the ticket for the whole family to go in. I am going to give The Wild Robot an A.